Pirate Radio episode 24. Let's go. Woo! How about the motherfucking Knicks? Huh? Beating the Bucks. Fucking had Giannis out there looking like a fucking rookie. Not a rookie, because I didn't even check how many points he had. He probably had like fucking 40. But like, I just was catching like towards the ending of the game. I was like, what the fuck? Came back not tied up, but you know, went ahead in points. I'm looking at that shit. I'm like, yo, hold up. How the hell the Knicks is like, what, 20 points ahead? Oh, shit. And it's not like you could be like, oh, nah, but you know, they took it like, no, everybody knows that the Knicks is nice. Like, if you would have told me this happened last year or 2 years ago, I was like, ah, I'll go, you know what I'm saying? But this is the defending champions. Yo, pendejamente, the Knicks could win the championship now. It doesn't look crazy anymore. It doesn't look crazy. And by the way, I got the topics here, and I forgot to put in that coon ass fucking Stephen A. Smith. I was seeing him after the game talking like mad hyped and shit. And it's just like, in a time so serious, how could you just see him and be like, yeah, you know, I mean, you could. I mean, part of being, I guess, this is gonna sound crazy, like, oh, look at this, who the hell is this nigga? I know. But part of being, like, in the truth, I wanted to say woke so bad, but they ruined the word woke. You know what I'm saying? And shout outs to, let me keep pouring. Shout outs to, damn, how am I forgetting her name? This Mexican rapper. See, and just like that, I forgot her name. She went off the rails though, you know, changing her hair, fucking losing too much weight, and then it's like, she probably was like to herself, she probably was like a little chubby. I got her name. Snow the Product. She probably was a little chubby to herself, but she fucking lost weight, got with another chick, and I'm like, it's like some Dominican chick. She got skinny, and the thing is that, you know, she's Mexican, so her face was a little broad, like a little square. But when she was chubby, it was a little okay, a little round. And when I say chubby, it's not even chubby, but I guess she's really short, so I don't know. It's just she looked weird. But she had a crazy grind hustle. She was making like vlog videos. Her family was in it, you know. And on the low, she had her man, her baby father, which I didn't know. And like little by little, not little by little, but just in one post, like I guess she kind of like hinted and all that shit. But and fast forward, you know, she hates men. She got with a girl. That shit ain't gonna last. Hey, look at me hating from the side, like, you know, like that meme with the guy with the yellow suit, and he's like behind the wall, behind the tree. And he's just rubbing hands. She's very pretty, man. And she raps. She's like a female Big Pun. Like, I know. Oh, man. I know. But she fucking makes sense. Like, she's so good that no wonder y'all probably don't know her. That's how good she is. You know what I'm saying? And she says in her music she ain't gonna be fucking popping her pussy open, yada yada. And yeah, I mean, flash forward, you out here, you know what I'm saying? Doing the devil's will. And isn't it crazy how like maybe jobs could be like, hey, whoa, we heard your podcast, and then, you know, some jobs be like, we're not here to judge. But it's like, nigga, if you hear what I talk about my podcast, trust me, you will judge me real fast and fire fast. Let me take the sip. I feel my throat already, like kind of like heavy, so you could tell that around the corner I might get that, like, I don't know what you call it. It's not fever, but sore throat, I guess. I don't even know. When it happens, I just keep on with my 6-pack or whatever and drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't take a fucking pill for this shit. But anyways, Pirate Radio episode 24. All right, peace. Now imagine. I'm gonna hit up different topics. I only got like 4. It's like 4, but it's really like 3 because one of them has to do with another, but it's like in the same subject, maybe. I don't know. But real quick, Stephen A. Smith, he had the little back and forth with Jay Williams because Aaron Rodgers came out and he tried to be slick. He was like, yeah, I'm fully immune to that. Woo, slow down, okay? Hold on. Immunity? See, I can't say it. He's fully immune. Let's just say that. And nobody questioned it, and it seems like people knew behind the curtain like that he didn't take shit. He didn't take that. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That software update, that Apple software update. And Stephen A. got on TV, and he was like, damn, Aaron Rodgers, man, yeah, he probably lied, man, maybe. And Jay was like, yo, but hold on, no, raise your volume, nigga, like you did to Kyrie Irving. Basically trying to call him stupid, and Kyrie Irving didn't even lie. He just said up front, no. Fucking Aaron Rodgers, quarterback, Green Bay Packers. Everybody loves him, of course. He always want to be, he's always one of the good guys or whatever. Word is, he gets in his ways too. And the team, rightfully so, they would be like, all right, do whatever you want. I'm not looking, From what I heard, I'm going to just say that you told me you took it or whatever. But, and if it doesn't blow up, it doesn't blow up. But, like it says, everything comes to light. And it's good that Jay, even though Jay is a little like emotional all the time, but it's good that he posted up Stephen A. right in front of his face. They had that back and forth. You can tell it's so ridiculous when that has to happen. Like, since when we got like this? Like, obviously I know, you know what I'm saying? But it's really fucking sad. Really sad. One of the topics here, 1 through 4. Millennial culture. The baby, I'm gonna speak about the baby fucking basically being extorted by the LGB mafia. Kaepernick with his fucking his Netflix, it was a Netflix series I think, or Hulu, I don't know. The mayor elections of New York City, which happened this week. I spoke about it briefly last week, but it happened, so I'm gonna hit up on that. And obviously the Kanye interview. This everywhere you go on, well, so far on Instagram, you see that shit everywhere. From what he said and all that shit. But anyways, the millennial culture shit, I was just gonna hit up on it real fast. I was just sitting back thinking, walking on the shores of the beach. Nah, man. I was like, yo, can you believe that the millennials, because I thought I was the only one, right? But damn, I think this mic is a little too loud. Hold up. But yeah, I thought I was the only one. But you see more and more that, I'm gonna say a majority, you know what I mean, of millennials. And millennials is like, probably those who are 35, probably like 28 and up, maybe. Not sure. How the culture is different with us. Like, it's the in-between culture, because we was in the era of like arguably the best decade, which was the 90s. The 80s, we were probably a little bit too young. The 2000s, we were there for that. It was nothing like the 90s. And even though we had the internet, can you believe that it was so good in the 90s? But obviously not to everybody. Like, probably we all had people probably that we lost in the 90s, bad moments in the 90s. And I think it's just easy to look back to now and be like, oh, yeah, of course, the 90s. But the influence of the 90s is everywhere. That's why I always hold on to that. I'm like, okay, hold up. The influence of the 90s was big, because you still see it 20 decades after. And then we had Michael Jackson. We had Michael Jordan. TV shows. It was nothing like it. And I be thinking like, yo, what if those shows came out now, set aside like the PC culture, and it will still be good, but will it have to be updated, and maybe that will be as funny? When I say updated, like obviously, let's say we watching the Fresh Prince and, you know, everybody has a cell phone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how realistic that will be thinking ahead, thinking back now. But yeah, the 90s was just really good. So we have video games, you know what I'm saying? We do it now, we have now, but that all really was in the 90s. The 80s, they was like, if you didn't have a Nintendo, you had some old ass, whack ass Atari. Shit was getting fucked. Bad enough Nintendo was getting fucked up. Like, you know, it used to get fucked up and shit, but the Genesis came out in the 90s. So you see, you know, like a lot of shit came out in the 90s. The Yankees in the 90s. So us millennials are caught in between like our childhood and being adults, because it's clear as day that we have people who are successful, whatever that means now. Oh, you could tell that sore throat, or maybe that flu or something is coming. Something. I can feel it. Fuck that shit. Like, you know, the older we get, we're not gonna give up video games. Like, people look stupid. Like, oh, you still playing video games? Like, no. The only people who say that is people who like Generation X, I guess. That's the era. The ones that before us. But from us till, you know, cartoons, sometimes we watch. Like, you see a lot of old, you know, parents. Well, our age, obviously, so not old, but I guess they're, you know, who knows, whatever. Putting their kids on to like Dragon Ball Z. Even you see grown adults having toys that they bought back in the days, but this time it's not like you're gonna fucking put it on the table and you're going no, you ain't gonna do that anymore. But they'll probably have it like standing up, you know, like on the board or whatever, like not hanged up, but you know, just for show, you know, because it's just the memories. And obviously Jordans in the 90s was crazy. So it's getting to a point like people be like, I don't rock my sneakers. Some people do, the majority do, I do. But people just now, they having their Jordans and they putting it, you know, on the shelf like it's a trophy. But you know, it makes sense, but it's a sneaker. And I look at sneakers very different. Like obviously a lot of people do, but like to me, like, you know, I dabbled a little bit in architecture. Not like I went to classes, but I looked it up a lot in books and shit. The Jordan designer Tinker Hatfield was he used to be an architect, and you have to see it as like a shoe. Yeah, it's a shoe, yeah, but it's deeper than that. You know, it's made by former architects, and is a work of art. You know. Imagine if we had sneakers, or not sneakers, but Jesus sandals, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's boring, there's nothing there, but we would love to have it now, you know? So just imagine, I mean, we all gonna die, so just imagine the future tenfold, the year 3000. They will be like, yo, who has Jordans from the back in the day? You know, they'll probably remake them though, so that's the thing. Even if they remake them though, you know, it's still something huge to be like, yo, this is the one from, you know, actually the 90s, or this is the second one that came out in 2000. But the whole point is that, you know, I think the view of sneakers is changing obviously now, but in the future it's going to be even more appreciated. Like, the great Tinker Hatfield is alive now, and we just like, whatever, but, you know, God forbid, but when he dies, like, it's going to be a huge big deal, you know. He's going to be one of the main famous designers. Changed the sneaker game history. And of course, along with Jordan playing good, you know, but like all that millennial thing is going to be is weird, because now we having kids, and like it's not how we viewed our parents. Our parents used to go outside with like a blazer, jeans, maybe. It wasn't really wearing Jordans, you know what I'm saying? For the millennial parents, the parents of the millennials. Now us, we wear sneakers or whatever. Even the job culture changed. Like, you could wear sneakers and, you know, at your job. I remember, like, if you work at Well, I would have to say, like, if you work like at basically any other place, you would have to like not suit up, but be way more presentable than how they do now. You know, part of that came in with like Steve Jobs and, you know, the culture of Apple. That should change people the way every store wants to be on that little casual shit. Before it used to be like, oh, casual Fridays, and that was a day that we look forward to. Now we can just rock whatever we want, you know, unless it has to be with dress codes and shit. But that's the whole, I think, millennial shit, even though Steve Jobs is not a millennial, but y'all know what I'm saying. We're gonna have that culture still with us, and just like how we was there for the internet, I think it's the same way with the culture for millennials, because our kids is not gonna be like, oh, I stopped playing video games. Like a lot of people, some people will do that, yeah. But if we on that tip, just imagine our kids and their kids. That whole video game shit, it used to be like, oh, you play video games when you hit a certain age, but you know, we all want to talk about therapy, but video games is a part of therapy. It's therapeutic. You know how many motherfuckers are not outside killing people, even though we still have them, but because of Grand Theft Auto and shit, like you can kill people there. It's video games. But by the way, I had a thought, like, yeah, you imagine the AI gets so smart in video games that they rebel against you. And they just, you see like everybody in the town spreading the word. It's like the movie Player or some shit, not Player One, that recent movie that came out this year. And you know, like it's like the games, like the AI, they start like questioning shit and they start smarting it up. I was thinking, I mean, we do have The Sims, but you imagine that shit. You go play your Grand Theft Auto, you turn it on, you press start, you go into the game and you see everybody just in one spot. And they're like, yo, who the hell is controlling us? And it's funny because I be having thoughts like, yo, if this is a simulation, that means that somebody's watching us that probably won't interact with us, you know. And it's eerily similar to a video game, to the point that I'm like, okay, reincarnation is like game over, then you start again, continue. And like maybe everything is wiped away, but it just makes you think. Wrestling now, you know what I mean? Even though older heads liked wrestling back then, but a lot of shit gonna change with us millennials. It just so happens that we've been through like even the worst times with, you know, the government, the politicians and all that shit. Because before, I used to tell my friends, like, before, like, I felt like the 80s and 90s, it felt too commercialized. Looking back now, like, we would look at commercial in the 90s and not like laugh at it like that, unless there's a particular joke that you have to like, oh, that's the catchphrase, oh, we laugh. Now, if you make like a 90s commercial, we will laugh, like, because it was so cheesy back then. And that's why I mean, like, it was really commercialized. So it's like the fun is taken away in a way. They still make great commercials, but it's like the commercials now is more realistic. Before, they'll be like those Mentos commercials, but it was a little jokey. But when you see like the car commercials back then, it was straight pitches, you know, straight pitch to you. And yeah, even though now it is, but I don't know. Like sometimes I be on YouTube and I put like 90s commercial. Yeah, I know I'm weird, but and you just see it there, like he's like, ugh. And it's dope, whatever, but it's nostalgic. That's what it is. But you be like, damn, that shit was just like really fucking commercial, like that whole decade. But fun times, you know what I'm saying? I was still too young in the 90s, so it's like, damn. Imagine like in the 90s you be able to go to, you know, going to clubs and shit, like the adult life, but in the 90s, that shit must have been awesome. And now, I mean, think about it. We went right when the 90s ended. Eerily, I remember the song from Prince, 1999, being really popular, I guess, again in 1999. Because the whole song was about, you know, we're going to party like it's 1999. And it's just like a person so smart like Prince It's like, what was the thought behind that? Like, what was the big deal about that song? Like, why we gonna party like it's 1999? And obviously, I haven't done my research, so whoever probably knows about the song, be like, yeah, nigga, because it is. That's it, and case closed. But in the 90s, I remember watching the New Year's Eve shit, and that was like the song, being played. And the 2000s came the year right after, 9/11, which changed America. And maybe that was just the beginning of the end of the beginning of the end. That didn't make sense. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the Patriot Act, the mass censoring, not the censoring, but the mass, airports and all that bullshit. Even though the security is needed, but shit definitely changed, It felt like the mass shooting was just more regular, I don't know. But, it was, and definitely the stock market crashing that we had in, what was the stock market crash? The recession, all that shit. We went through the worst. I remember when the recession happened, I was living in New York still. Can you believe that shit? But I ain't lost my job, though, So, that shit, I ain't felt none of that shit. But flash forward to now, you're like, what the we can't catch a break. We can't catch a break. It's like it's just getting worse and worse. When I say worse and worse, people having good times sometimes, obviously. I don't know about now. But, it's just like in terms of what is being pushed on us. Like in the 90s, nobody was pushing shit to you. But you just had to worry, like, okay, you probably don't want problems in the neighborhood, die or selling drugs and you go to jail or some bullshit. But other than that, it's like now everything is affecting your life, especially politics, because now you're like, fuck, I gotta pay attention to this bullshit. Because, listen, I know I'm gonna get to that mayor shit later. But, I think the millennial culture, the millennial kids like us, is gonna be a focal point, which may be more important that I can't even guess right now, because maybe it's us that's gonna change how shit is now. We did have Trump, so that shit never happened before. Like I want to jump to the mayor shit so much but I'm gonna just connect this real quick. When I was watching the mayor shit on NBC, which is fucking rigged as fuck, the NBC motherfuckers, they just kept bringing Trump name up, and I was like, yo, this nigga's not here no more. Like, what the fuck? That's when you know that in the future, Trump is gonna be talked about so much. Like, yo, the Trump era. Even though he's been there for 4 years, maybe he's gonna do more for 4 more years. Who knows? But you could tell this was a moment that they're gonna always look back. And like I think I spoke about it last week, they're gonna make sure that when that name is brought up in the future, that they will remind you of how bad he was, when in reality, he was just non-PC. If he says shit about Mexicans, which if we do the research, which, it's like they prepping kids more and more to just don't give a fuck about the research and just rely to what I say as the news anchor, people are gonna buy into it, and then there's gonna be people like, yo, yeah, but I remember reading about Trump and I heard he did this and this and that back in those days. And they're going like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. It's just lies, And they're not going to comprehend it. Wasn't here at that time. That is a white dude. He loves being white. He ain't apologetic about that shit. So it is what it is. Was he Hitler though, like they said he was? No. No. Like what the fuck? But that's why it's important for us to fight for whatever needs to be fought for. How that make sense? I don't think so. But you know what I mean, right? Like, we have the chance, because listen, sometimes I do get upset. It's okay. Sometimes I do get upset at the elders that we have, because we complain about gentrification, but it's like, what the fuck they were doing when that shit was happening? But maybe also the government just there was no internet either. There's no way, like, I had to call you, like, yo, you heard what is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the internet, I could speak to my homie, but we could also separate that and speak on a particular post. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, you had to just go to my house or, be on the phone with me or some shit like that, Maybe that's why we're here at this moment, to see this change, and maybe change will come. I almost sound like that song, change gon' come. But something needs to go on. Like, isn't it weird that, like, jobs are pushing that mandate, but even, like, famous celebrities are objecting? Obviously the nurses are, which that's the bigger deal, but they're not going to mention that. When celebrities, because that's the one that I'm going to say we, not me, but, I'm going to say we because us, all of us, we enchanted with celebrities. That whole celebrity idol worship and shit. I used to be like that. I can't believe it. When I see, like, kind of younger dudes be like, oh, like, they go to a celebrity, you're my idol. I'm like, oh. I just be like, ugh, let me get up. I'm gonna fucking puke. Because the celebrities don't like that. Not all, but some celebrities don't like when you say that shit to them, because you don't know what the fuck they do behind when the door closed. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be good, bad, or just like, nigga, this is all a charade. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't understand that. Like, Charles Barkley used to be like, I'm not a role model, and that became like a big deal, whatever. And Michael Jordan had to be in a way a role model because he was just too huge. Michael Jackson too. But then what they did to him, they had the allegations, which the kid, that's all false. Who knows? But like I always say, I will not leave my kids with Michael Jackson. But then again, who the hell's gonna leave their kids with somebody else that they don't know? Celebrity or not celebrity? You feel me? But back to the whole commercialization of shit. There you go, I got it right. Because parents would probably just be like, yeah, it's Michael Jackson, and they just probably couldn't fathom, like, yo, these niggas is probably be wilding behind the curtain that we don't know. We not celebrities. And when you hear people like, yo, this is what they do, at that time you must have really looked. And we look crazy now, not anymore, because we now everything conspiracy theories are just conspiracy fucking. We hitting the bullseye almost on everything. And we could show you too. We could just send you a link. People don't even want to look at a link now. That's how lazy we are with information. But back in those days, you would have looked super crazy. You would have been fucking admitted to a mental hospital, psychiatric, one of those fucking padded walls room and all that bullshit. For real, because that was way too ahead of the time. You can tell whatever's happening now is happening now because it has to work now, or it will be easier to work for it to get that to work now, because I can send you a link, I can show you a video, I can show you, like, imagine back in the days if that Trump shit and Joe Biden shit would have happened, or with the Hillary shit. Hillary would have won or Joe Biden would have won, because how I'm gonna show you, like, yo, no, but hold up, because I saw the interview of Trump, and there was no DVR back in the days. I would have had to somehow predict that Trump or whatever, Biden will say something crazy, so I could put the VHS tape and on my VCR, make sure I program the VCR to the channel to record. Hopefully nobody's in the house already, because they'll be like watching TV and they'll fuck up the recording. Like all that bullshit. Now everything is recorded. And I could be like, yeah, look at it right here, boom. And you're gonna get it within 2 seconds with the phones. So it was a whole different world. Maybe that all come like, I don't have to stop using like nice words, nice long, words or whatever, because when I throw it out there, I come out fucking fumbling the words out. But I want to say what? Culminated? I forgot that term, man. Culminated? It all came to a crescendo. Let me just use that now, right? Because now we have the tool. And it's sad to see that people who have the tools still don't get it. And maybe it's this thing like, it's like how they talk about the Bible, which has to relate to the Kanye shit, but it's like when they talk about the Bible, they mention a lot how you don't choose to, like, oh, let me be biblical and shit. No, it chooses you. And that's how it was with me. I was an atheist. I told you about that shit, I think, last week. You know, and then boom, out of nowhere, it's like I started gaining understanding. But onto the baby. That was a bad segue, right? I'm working on it. But clearly, like, look at this right here is an example itself. Clearly there's extortion going on from the LGBT mafia, the Cosa Nostra. Yo, that ass came out and like multiple not multiple sources, but like multiple media channels came out with the kind of with the same sentiment on some shit like, yo guys, it's okay, y'all can come out, Lil Baby can come out the house now. Like, they grounded this nigga like on some real shit. Like, that's how they made it look. And mind you, all this like, oh, you know, black man, Black Lives Matter. And mind you, when it comes to black LGBT, no, hold up, that's different. We can do whatever we want. You saying a word, I can take your checks away. That phone ain't gonna ring no more. Cause you can't say faggot. Are you serious? That's why, like, listen. Oh, so anyway, let me just explain a little shit that happened. Apparently, there's like a company that I didn't know, I wasn't aware about, and they basically termed it like this, it was so sarcastic, not sarcastic. Oh yeah, it was sarcastic. On some shit like, you know, Lil Baby can come out and play again because how can I bring a child? He, I guess, is not working, but grow up with all this around? It was some shit like he spoke to a CEO. The CEO said he's okay now. Obviously, he must have paid money. You know how like the Jews do when you say, yo, Jews got a lot of money, like, and then the red alert comes out, burp, burp, burp. They ruin your image, and then they be like, listen, we're gonna extend the olive branch to you. You know, make you look like you a piece of shit. Like you really fucked up, like you did in 9/11. And they'd be like, we'll invite you to a local Jewish museum so you can see the history of it. And it's just like, can you believe that these are not even the real Jews? They adapted to it a long time ago, but they adapted to it. And then we'd be like, oh wait, so who are the real Jews? Good question. But see, if we can't even get through like simple shit like of the government doing now, and y'all fucking voting for a government that pushed tyranny on us, fuck you. I ain't gonna tell you who are the real Jews. It's obviously plain is easy to see, but no, go fucking do research, motherfucker. Go press that button that it has a G on it, yeah, and it's called Google, and then you Google it, motherfucker. Cause goddamn, you can give people the answers, and they still is like, right now, it's like an open book test. You can get the answers right there in the book, and we still fucking up. We still fail. You know, we want to talk about how the white man this and the white man that, and then you have people in our own communities, Hispanics and black communities, on some shit like, yeah, but you can't use that now. You can't use that. We kill each other. The blacks on the blacks and Hispanics or whatever. You can't say that. What the fuck you talking about? We can't say that. But we can say the white man is he's behind all this. Like, listen, they do what they do. This is their kingdom. They in rulership basically, because you still have white people saying that racism is a myth. Like, nigga, don't you see the people getting stopped and shot? That's what's real. Those were real videos, unless it was fucking produced by Steven Spielberg, just to get us riled up. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we have to also put the mirror up against each other and be like, yo, let's correct some shit that we have. Just imagine if you could just walk down the hood. It won't even be a hood anymore. You could just walk down the street now and not worry about, oh, hold up, these niggas gonna jump me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, peace of mind. Then that peace of mind leads to just a clearer thinking. Less people fucking fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, back to the baby. Clearly there was extortion being done. They literally put it and positioned it as like a CEO of I'm gonna have to look it up because this is unprofessional of me to just act like y'all know and shit. Whoever the 1 or 2, 3 viewers. I really think that more people can listen to this shit in the future. I don't know. I just have a feeling. Why not? Let me think what I think. But anyways, let me see. The baby. The baby LGBT CEO. I swear it was crazy like that. CEO. Okay, so here it goes. TMZ, you know, and TMZ is the biggest fucking Mike Piolos there are. Yo, and it's funny because it's like, yo, y'all, TMZ was going so ham for Trump. Not for, but against Trump. And look what's going on now, and they quiet as fuck, man. Quiet as fuck. Check it. TMZ. TMZ says the LGBTQ plus community forgave the baby. Community is confused. Well, all right. Following the incidents, maybe the community and allies called out the baby, yada yada. What's the good part? See, you know it's weird when they say the LGBT community has forgiven the baby. Like, nigga, how about the other people? There might be people, gay people that be like, no, not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is when you know it's all fucking charades. This is all a game. But I have to see the part of the CEO bullshit, man. Okay, here we go. Oh, I think this is a good one. There's no official spokesman. This show that this is Yahoo News, obviously. So, I mean, not obviously, but this is Yahoo News, and they literally have a post there also of people talking about it on Twitter, and some dude put the LGBT organization sitting down discussing the baby's fate, which is true. Which is true because it's crazy how it seems like they have this giant control. Listen, if I was a celebrity, I know it's easy for me to say, but if I know I have money, for sure, I will go and I will make a song about faggots, and I'm gonna also make the song about the word nigger, because that's like, yo, I can over here talk about nigger, how I killed this nigga, and all this shit, but then you say the faggot word, or you say some wild shit about, or not even some wild shit, anything about like gay people, and you're fucking done. Now here's how the white people play this little game. You see what I just said right now? Like, or if I say nigga, or you know what I'm saying, like I'm killing people, my own black people, they don't take that away, then that's when they be like, yes, nigga, get it, yes. So now they will basically use that. You be like, you know what, you're right. Now you can't say the word nigga, and it's just like, okay, hold up, wait, and they're just gonna continue. They're gonna be like, you asked for it, re-answer, like how they do like little promo runs and commercials. You've been asking for it, we're gonna deliver. So it's just like they probably want you to say that so they can be like, aha, got him. Now you can't even use this word either, because you know, and they're gonna act like they care, and they're like, a lot of oppression happened, and that word is very oppressive. You feel me? Look how quick they go from there to there, and that's all Marxism. You know, listen, people, it only takes a little bit of you know, of information digging, and you can basically use that tool, and you can just see anything coming from the future. You see every little bit once you do the research. I forgot where it was, man. I'm gonna whatever. But yeah, yo, so it's just like, yo, you could tell they probably was like, nigga, give us money. That's it. Give us money, and you know, don't do it again, motherfucker. You learned your lesson. Now your phone ringing again. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. They can't touch Dave Chappelle, that's for sure. You can tell they trying. They were like, nah. And that's because they make money. If Dave Chappelle had some bullshit or wasn't really making money, they would have let him fucking dry out in the desert.
I get mad frustrated when I rhyme. Thinking of all them kids that try to do this.
I'm trying to find out the way they fucking worded it. It was so disgusting. I mean, he was saying some wild shit. Like, if you in the parking lot sucking dick, I'm like, yo, what was the point of that? It's like, goddamn, nigga, like, was this on purpose for you, for this shit can go this way and that way? You know, like, it was just, it was uncalled for. Like, well, why would you fucking care? You feel me? I can't find it. But yeah, man, like, that's fucking absurd, yo. Absurd. And I was just thinking, I was just like, do straight males have to make like I'm the CEO of a heterosexual man? You know, like, we don't do that shit. We don't. You don't give a fuck about that shit. That's when you know, like, this agenda is real, because we won't do shit like that. Like, oh, on behalf of straight males, we don't got time for that shit. Man, put the fucking game on. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we are. That's why, like, it's upsetting seeing shit like this, because it's like, fuck, I have to come out the cave and get at these motherfuckers. If we all stay quiet, though, they're gonna keep going. That's the fucked up shit. All right, check it out. It says here on TMZ, an LGBT plus organization forgives the baby and says he's cool to hit live stages again. You see what I'm talking about? But Dave Chappelle is not. Read more at the bio. I hate TMZ, but unfortunately, I still have to follow just to keep up with the bullshit and just, you know, like a sniper, keep it at a distance, but keep the gun at him, because I'm like, hold up, what the fuck? And now you gotta check the temperature. But look what these motherfuckers. It's okay. He's cool. Like, you know, who the fuck gave y'all authority? That's why I can't be president. I can't be president. I'll be a dictator, because obviously you can't leave voting obviously to people now. They don't give a fuck. You sprinkle a fucking celebrity there and they'll fucking sell the vote. You know how in DR they be like, yo, over in DR is so corrupt, they sell their votes because they just give you like a bottle of liquor. That's how sad it is. But Deacon, maybe it don't really happen. Who knows? That's what I'm hearing. Maybe not now, but back in the days for sure. Here, okay, yeah, they don't give you it's not that blatant, because they think they at least have a little bit more respect for us and think that we're smarter than that. And the laws, niggas at least try to keep it here more. But what's the difference? The liquor bottle is the celebrity. You know, like they're like, these people are so stupid that, like, and me too. If you would have had Jay-Z say, yo, what up? I want my people to vote for Hitler. We would have like, oh, Hitler, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. The influence. That's why I don't fuck with that idol worship. But where I got that from, the Bible. The Bible teaches all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers want to read every book, you know, and fucking Harry Potter and all that bullshit, and 50 Shades of Grey and all that bullshit. But the book that stood the test of time, they don't want to read that shit. You can tell, because it got a lot of pages. Niggas is just like, yo, there's no pictures in this shit? Nah, imagine this shit. God forbid. God forgive me. I'm sorry. But for real, yo. Yo, this champagne ain't doing shit to the throat. My throat is like, yeah, I know you want to drink champagne, nigga. I know that's the little bullshit you do every week, but nigga, I'm coming through around here, nigga. This shit gonna burn. God damn. But yo, let's go to the Kanye shit. Drink Champs came out yesterday. That shit's like almost 3 million views in less than 24 hours. Well, now it's 24 hours. Obviously, it's 11 p.m. Friday. I don't know why I had to put the timestamp, but fuck it. And I was so surprised. Like, it's Kanye, but I just kept on being surprised. What took me, like, more surprised is like, yo, Kanye's still, you know, maybe he's not there yet, but he's learning a little bit more and more, because he was talking about that Israelite shit. And I was like, whoa. I'm watching Hassan Campbell do a reaction or whatever, or, you know, he's doing this live stream right now. I got to pause. I'm going to continue watching after the podcast. But his take is that he feel like Kanye's at that Michael Jackson moment where he was kind of like a little bit fearing for his life in a way. He was talking about how Kanye's on the move all the time. And maybe that's a stretch, but I can't say that's a stretch anymore, man, because he's $9 billion. I know it's not a lot compared to fucking Elon Musk, but these white people will be like, all right, Elon Musk, yeah. This black dude though, 9 million, the richest black person in America probably. No, him, not him. Hell fucking no. You know, and the way Kanye's like erratic too. Like, ain't nobody speaking about that Hebrew Israelite shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, Kendrick Lamar, yeah, but they could easily be like, yo, guess what? We found a picture of Kendrick Lamar choking 72 women at the same time, simultaneously. If you believe it, what are we gonna do? We gonna believe it? No, it's like every little agenda they set up. Like, yo, remember how mad we supposed to get when we hear somebody hit a woman? And listen, hitting a woman's bad. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I have never done that. Thank God. And then, anyway, if I did, the girl would have been dead. Because, nigga, my fucking power would fucking demolish them. But still, it's like, and Kanye spoke about that. It was like, yo, they made, like, this women that been taken to alleys forcefully. Like, and it's like now they want to like kind of make it look like it's the same thing just by me giving a woman a hug or just saying something, even though it's stupid for me. Like, hey, look at that fat ass. But if you say, hey, look at that fat ass, they'll put you in the media. If you're a celebrity, they'll put you in the media like you fucking injected a chick with you fucking chopped a woman's head off with an axe or some shit. They put it to that extent level, and I feel like. The more we be like, oh, that's it, you canceled. You literally have people on comments like, yo, I thought we canceled this person already. I'm like, ugh. And then if I comment, I'm gonna look stupid. But it's like we still living with dumbass knuckle draggers here. That they can't see the forest through the trees. They can't. And yo, I know it's easy for me to say yada yada, but I question their life. I don't know, oh, you can't judge me. No, nigga, I'm a judge. Philip Banks, nigga. I'm out here. Yeah, I'm a judge. Who the fuck are your parents? And I don't even have to ask that because you're your own person. You know, like, god damn, how slow are you? I thought, like, I always say, I thought we saw The Matrix. That's it. I ended with that. I thought we saw The Matrix. Everybody went, oh yeah, The Matrix, cool, bro. Simulation, bro. Martial law, yo. That martial law shit, we were speaking about it during the Obama. They couldn't put two to two together right there. But nope, because Obama was black, and you already know, blacks and Hispanics jumped out the window all the way. I did too. But once I saw shit was getting a little bit too weird, like, I was like, yo, this nigga ain't doing shit, and people are still kind of like mesmerized. I was at Harlem when I was working at Harlem, and I saw Obama cologne, my nigga. I swear, Obama cologne, Obama watches, all that. And I know the grift is a grift, you gotta make money, but people probably bought that shit. I had my Obama Scully. I remember that because I saw a picture of myself with it. Like, obviously I was wearing it, but I was hyped. And that, in a way, kind of made me go on the newspaper and buy the newspaper every day to make sure, like, what he's doing and shit. Trying to get interested in the politics bullshit. I started buying so much, I'm like, this nigga ain't doing shit. It's a bunch of yap. Then he comes 4 years later of that full yap and goes, hey man, hope. Let's hope again. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Kanye got $9 billion, and then he said like he might start up like a stock exchange or whatever under his name, not through a company, Adidas, no, just his name. And he said he could probably hit $1 trillion. And if that happens, you can tell they just gonna put like, all right, fuck it, let's just be honest with everybody and put a satellite and fucking drop a precise beam on this motherfucker. And the word is that, according to Hassan Campbell, he said that in the interview, I guess that Noriega from the Drink Champs podcast said that Kanye's walking around with no security. I thought Kanye was, but I don't know. But it's just you're really a fucking threat, I think, because Kanye shit is gonna go up. Like, if you go outside, you're gonna see Yeezys. You're gonna see it. Sometimes more than, I probably won't say that. I was gonna say sometimes more than Jordans, but shit, probably. The youth is buying Yeezys more than probably Jordans. Because Jordans was our shit, the millennial shit. I don't know what's after the millennials. I don't know. I forgot what the generation, I don't know. But them motherfuckers, they probably don't give a fuck like we do. They'll be like, okay, Michael Jordan. They even saying that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. It's like, yo, this is when you know, like, I guess you had to be there. I guess you had to be there. Because I was there. And I was a Knicks fan, but damn, I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, Jordan was a fucking beast. And that lets you know, like, yo, if you can catch it, you can change history. Because even ESPN was propping up LeBron. Like, remember it took LeBron to fail mad fucking times. I mean, listen, not fail. It's just basketball. He's a good person outside of basketball. But, you know, losing finals, and they will still, the next day after losing the finals, is LeBron better than Jordan? And it's just like, you see what I'm fucking talking about? If LeBron would have won like 4 straight championships, they would have been like, oh no, that's it. Jordan, get the fuck out of here. And you could, and it made me think, like, but why would they, you know, I thought Jordan, everybody liked Jordan, you feel me? Like, because he was the fucking best. But they need a new king. They need a new king, and there's probably all money behind that shit. And if they need the media to push that, then they would. The same way the media was being pushed for, you know, to make sure that we don't vote for Trump. If you all you gotta do is step a little bit back, and then you see how everything connects. It's like that meme of that guy that looks fucking berserk, and he's connecting every little shit, and he got like a cigarette in one hand, and he's like, yo, hold up, wait a minute. I forgot what show that was originally from. I think it's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, one of those shows. That's how it is. You know, and you could tell that Kanye was never supposed to get to this position, never. And I'm a big, I don't want to say fan, but a follower of Kanye, because it was since 2003, 2002 I was into Kanye. You feel me? So to see this motherfucker be a fucking $9 billion billionaire, I just fucked that one up. But you know what I'm saying? Like, to see him now is like, that's fucking crazy. All off his art. It wasn't that he got a deal with. Well, he got deals, but deals through his art. Because it's not like he signed like the 50 Cent, like he fucking sold his share of Coca-Cola or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is just off his sneakers, off his music. His music was good. And it's to the point that he even said he loses money when he makes an album, I guess. He says that, but I don't know how that works. But he don't make money off albums. He makes money off more of his fucking, you know, off his apparel, his idea, the Gap shit, all that shit. You know, and you could tell they ain't the powers that be, the globalists, the people behind the curtain, they ain't like that shit, because they so used to like, okay, yeah, you good, don't get too cocky, and you be like, what do you mean, nigga? I'm selling a lot. They're like, no, don't get too cocky. You be like, get out of here. And be like, all right, Kanye's crazy. What's wrong with Kanye? They'll put somebody to set you up in a way, make you look crazy, you know, or they have different ways. We would have never thought that the president would be banned from a fucking social media, but he is. And they did it because they know they were gonna be like, that's right, man. No, there's no room for racists here. And then when now they strike your shit, be like, hey, how the fuck? I'm not breaking the rules. I'm like, no, this is our company, so it's technically private. We can do whatever we want. And like, oh yeah, no, but yeah, they could do that. But it's funny how they want to say private, because let's say Twitter. Twitter is the new newspaper. That has to be public in a way. Or some bullshit, some fucking lawyer could work around it, because it's like a public forum. Like, if you were banned from Twitter, okay, you have Instagram, but if you're a celebrity and you get banned from that, Instagram will follow suit too. Yeah, you banned. I'm sorry, you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a public forum where everybody goes to. It's like going to a street corner, you know? Back in the days when no internet, the internet was going to the street corner and seeing what's going on. Yo, oh yeah, I heard about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Twitter is. That's what Facebook is. That's what Instagram is. And then you have these people being rich, obviously don't know that's what's up. But then they want to buy other companies off, you know. And sometimes they be on some shit, like some bully shit, like, yo, if you don't let us buy you out, then we're gonna make some crazy shit up and say, yo, y'all fucking up and this and that. And then your stock gonna go down, y'all gonna get scared and y'all gonna sell. But this time when y'all sell, you're gonna sell that shit on a cheaper price. There's different ways of bullying behind that behind the curtain that they ain't gonna tell us. But you gonna tell me that don't happen? Come on now. So no celebrity. Listen, that interview, you could tell that shit must have been like 3 hours, and they cut it down to like 2.5 or 2. Because now I saw it my second time today, and there's obvious cuts in it. Maybe he was speaking about like Kim's mom, and he told him like, to avoid lawsuits because he's in Drink Champs or whatever. I don't know. Who knows? But they definitely there's something that is like, fuck, we can't catch him. We can't catch him. That's how I feel. That's what I feel. Like when that shit happened, that they admitted him to the hospital and shit like that, after the concert or whatever, I thought he was gonna die. Like I thought he was gonna the Michael Jackson shit. Or the Prince shit. Remember when they said like the night before, the day before Prince died, that they saw him riding around on the bike or some shit, looking up at the cameras or some shit, and then boom. I'm expecting that. I'm also expecting that anyways, because what Kanye be talking about abortions, he was talking about John Legend ass, fucking coon ass, and Big Sean. They said that they wasn't supporting him being president. They don't have to do that. But I did see them when celebrity TMZ whatever talk shows, they will specifically ask about Kanye and his Trump shit, mind you, because of Trump shit, and they were just like, oh yeah, they didn't want to oh yeah, fuck him, but it's just basically like, yeah, he's crazy for that type of shit, and these are motherfuckers that Kanye made fucking wealthy. You feel me? Like Big Sean was rapping to Kanye at the local radio station, and Kanye said, keep rapping, and as I walk out, and when he got to the car, I guess he was like, here's my information. That's how it was. John Legend, because Kanye popped and Kanye was putting John Legend on songs. It wasn't like he came out of fucking Hollywood or some shit like that. And then his fucking wife out here on Twitter talking about fucking really, I think she was like talking about fucking like kids, babies and shit, but like weird fucking shit talking about kids and like little babies. A lot, to the point that she had to delete a lot of tweets from one day to another. And listen, deleting tweets is like a hassle, and I think they make it into a hassle specifically, so you won't be used to deleting tweets. To me, that shit felt like it was on purpose also. Like, yo, yeah. We're gonna make it like on Twitter, you could just say whatever's on your mind, and then boom, 10 years later, nigga, we gonna keep that shit. We gonna look at all that shit. You feel me? Like these people are smart. These globalists are smart. They know how to, like. Or you just become a celebrity out of nowhere, and they be like, oh yeah, but look at his tweets from like 2000 and something. That's why I think I even have it on my Twitter. Like, yo, if you go deep, you're gonna find shit. That's it. I gotta treat these people like they're my fucking girl. Let me see your phone. And then you're gonna see something, then you're gonna start, oh god, and you're gonna start crying. Yeah. For real. But it was a great interview. I think Kanye chose to like hit him up. By the way, that fucking haircut that he got, that was like the prank haircut where you just wake up or you lost the bet or some shit, and they gotta give you the worst haircut ever. But listen, Kanye is a genius, and I was telling people that, and now they want to say, yeah, Kanye's a genius. Yeah, wait late, nigga. Back in the days, I had to carry the cross of Kanye, because every little thing, yo, what's up with your boy Kanye? Nigga, Kanye became a billionaire. You don't hear those people say, yo, what's up with your boy Kanye anymore. They don't say that. And sometimes in a weird way, it's like, fuck, man, he ain't failed. Fuck. That's sad. But I feel like sometimes the people just waiting for that. Like, okay, that's how I was too with Mayweather. I was that time, like, oh, wait, Mayweather gonna lose. But I was in my feelings. Like, get off that. Like, that's pure boxing right there. I don't think about it like that how I did before. Especially when he whipped fucking Canelo's ass and shit, and then he beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao couldn't find him and hit him and knock him nut. Then Pacquiao wanted to say, oh, my shoulder. Yeah, knock it off, nigga. And then Mayweather was like, yeah, why don't you take the test? For steroids or whatever, performance enhancers or whatever. Nigga Pacquiao goes, I'm afraid of needles. Mind, this nigga got tattoos. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's when I was like, I don't know. I don't trust that shit. I give full props to Mayweather, man, for sure. Speaking of sports, though, your boy Kaepernick out here, they send him out again. Send the dog out to bark. And I think people, blacks and Hispanics, they're not falling for that bullshit anymore. He hides and he comes out. He hides and he comes out. But he never will go to a show and speak about it because, and if he does, you know, they'll put him on. So le ponen un Don Lemon from CNN. Safe. Boom. He's gonna guide you, he's gonna baby you, he's gonna pamper you. All that. Somebody that's smart or like a Joe Rogan where he can grill him, like, he won't do that shit. He'll fucking buckle. That's when you know he's a paid asset. Probably from Nike also. Nike made their money. You feel me? He made a fucking, I don't know if it was a Netflix show or whatever, but he was speaking about the NFL. And it was so exaggerated. Because, you know, people say, oh, it's the slavery or whatever. Okay, yeah, I understand what you mean. Because they check you, and it was similar to slavery. But my nigga, you're making like $70 million now. It could be at the same time because look at Kyrie Irving. Like, you in that golden bird, in the golden bird cage, like they say. La Habla de Oro, like they say in Spanish. You know, like, yeah, you got 70 million, but hey, you never know. You don't support this Democrat motherfucker, specifically Democrat motherfucker, because they the mafia. If you try to beat, go, I fuck with Trump, no. You're gonna freeze your assets. You never know. You never know. You never know. So this motherfucker compares the NFL to slavery, and they show the scene of the people in the camp, in the training camps of football, and the transitions to like slavery. Listen, they have enough money to make that look really good, like it didn't look cheap. But that's another reason why you'd be like, you gotta think like, I don't know. Not that I don't know. It's like, no, this nigga with the bullshit. Like, he don't really want to help. This motherfucker talking about this is slavery, but then again, he was trying out for them and complain like a little bitch. You see what I'm saying? And people don't want to. I feel like people think about that, but they're like, no, because I gotta think back to like 2 years ago when I was defending him, so I'm gonna look stupid if I don't defend him now. And like, stupid shit like that probably people be thinking of. Pero a lot of people waking up y tan alto esa vaina. I don't even want to see that shit. I saw that clip. I seen enough. He's gonna go. He's gonna leave again. He's gonna come back and like, are you serious? I bet you're gonna come back and talk about like, yo, what the fuck happened with the Black Lives and all that shit with Biden? All the promises. Like, oh, the promises. Where's all that? He ain't gonna speak about that shit. How about having Ice Cube's back when he was trying to do that proposal for the black community and shit? And they were like, yeah. If I become president, I think it became president. Biden, Kamala, and all that shit. Nothing. By the way, Kanye was going ham on the Democrats, speaking about Kamala like over more than twice. And you see Norby and I'll be like, oh man, I'm not trying to go there. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you gotta play safe, nigga. But that's just it. All these people want to act tough and gangster, and they probably be quick to fucking jump somebody who looks just like, you know, like how we look like each other. They quick for that. But when it comes to that white man saying don't do this shit, they'll fucking bow down, get on their knees and beg please, nigga, like keep sweat. You see? All that bullshit about they being tough. No, nigga. Well, how come you can't let Kanye talk about Kamala? Why you get fucking nervous? You feel me? But that's why, like, thank God I'm not famous, man. Because I don't want to. I want to speak like this all the time. And obviously, if everything gets taken away from me, y'all not gonna pay my fucking bills, so I'm about to fucking come forward. Because obviously, not everybody got a fucking backbone. So, how you gonna look stupid? It's like we can over here talk about, we can go out here talk about, nah, fuck that, I ain't taking the vaccine. But then when your fucking livelihood's taken away, you can't blame them anymore. Unless you're gonna pay my fucking bills.
You trying to warm me out? I'm not trying to warm anyone up.
You know, thanks a lot though. Y'all voted that shit in. Cause y'all let Cardi B fucking convince y'all. So now go ahead, get the vaccine, because now you have no other choice. You was banging so hard, now you're gonna look stupid. No, go ahead, keep going. I went to the fucking I think I spoke about it last week, but I went to vote for the NYC mayor. I was like, fuck, I'll treat this shit like a video game, whatever. And you had to see the people there, just like smiling and shit. I think I spoke about it, of course, last week, but I have to say it again. And you see the lady there like, are you voting? She didn't even know I was going to vote for the other guy, for the Republican dude. Which he smoked fucking Eric Adams in the debate. But we don't care. We see color. Oh, he's black. That's it. It's over. He needs to win. But it's the Trojan horse, and we don't care. But then we're going to complain later, though. Oh, how come the MTA is high? How come nobody's doing nothing about the crime? Oh, man, what's going on in New York? Like, no, motherfucker, it's because of us. Don't blame that shit. They're going to keep going if you're going to keep fucking doing the same bullshit and don't fucking wake up. It's unbelievable. And my cousin made a good point. Like, you always would thought like New Yorkers are like fucking straight to the point motherfuckers. They would smell the bullshit. Yeah, right, nigga. Yeah, right. And the Democrats know this. That's why they be like, shit gonna look tough for us. Well, when in doubt, put the black man out. And Sliver, the opponent for the Republican, he was like, yo, this is Bill de Blasio 2.0. And you know how it's quote unquote cool now to bash de Blasio when he's been fucking up. But shit got too obvious for people. Now they're like, okay, yeah, fuck Bill de Blasio. Because they'll just be like, and he's white too. Poof. Okay, cool. But then they be like, how about this one, black people and Hispanics? I'm going to put a black person in there and you're going to forget. No, we not knowing. Yes, y'all, 3, 2, 1. We like Eric Adams, and we become fucking robots. Bye, Eric Adams. Come back in 4 years to tell us how much how important we are to you. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes, DK, he gonna revisit the COVID restrictions for Kyrie Irving. Nigga, for us, how about the firefighters, the policemen, all the motherfuckers that dropped? That's what I was gonna say to the other point. Like, yo, when you see that the people from hospitals don't want to take that shit, what the fuck? How that shit looks? How that looks? They went from heroes to zeros real fast. Now these motherfuckers can't pay their fucking mortgage probably. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's all Marxism though. Cause I was watching that China shit, and they even had their own family members snitching each other out just to look good in the CCP part of China back in the days under Mao or whatever. When that whole Marxism shit was just hitting like officially over there. They were killing people to just scare people, and they consider people who like go against the grain. They put a name on them, so everybody will recognize that name. Like, oh, he's one of these people. He's one he questions too much, and those are the people that were being killed. And for me, that's the future here. And people that don't fucking see the forest through the trees, they're like, oh yeah, right, that'll never happen here in America. Yeah, but then when it happens, you go, what's happening? Yeah, motherfucker, because it's like when you boil how you boil the frog slow and low temperatures, and gradually you raise it up. They won't feel it or whatever, and they just die or some shit like that. I have butchered that, but you know what I'm saying? Same things happening with us, little by little. It's to a point that it's kind of being too obvious now, and people are still fucking asleep. Now people are like, oh yeah, you was right. No, people ain't even saying that. Some people are, and I appreciate it because damn nigga, you had to see that realization. But people know it, and they still have to double down. They have to. I get it. Let's see if they humble down when we all be in jail together. Double down there. At least do we have Wi-Fi so we can use our phone at least in slavery? We thought this shit was slavery in a way, but damn. Like, I'm bad at fucking chess, but damn, these people, you could. They want to play chess with checker rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ, like these people are fucking so fucking dumb. How the fuck I know this shit? I gotta call myself a genius. The way so many people are not fucking, catching on to what's going on. We're geniuses. We have to be geniuses. Or we were fucking called by God to expose shit and realize what's going on. Like, I put a post of this lady wilding in the airplane about how her safety is in danger because the guy don't have a mask on. It's so bad that she just looks stupid for everybody. The pilot had to kick her out. But it's not about that. Okay, yeah, we won. Hey, yeah, kick her out. But look what the fucking globalists did to her mind. That's the point. And then you see another video of this woman fucking, you could tell like the way her swag was. Her swag looked like she's one of these people that argues with everybody because she wants to be on the quote unquote right side of history. So she goes with that swag, like she had her little daughter telling like, oh, and like she said, like, I guess she said she said she wanted to do a live reaction, and she told her daughter like, hey, now guess what? Now kids are going to be able to take the vaccine. And the kid, obviously, she's go by the parent, so she gets happy, the parent gets happy, and then like the daughter goes, I want to get vaccinated because now I can go play with my friends again. I wanted to fucking not punch the girl, but I wanted to punch the parent right through my phone, nigga, like that. A 5G LTE punch, my nigga, through the phone. Cause this is like, god damn, and look how easy it is. Like, these globals gotta be jerking off seeing all this fucking progress to them. That's why it's like, yo, I can't be president because I'll fucking be a dictator because y'all motherfuckers is too stupid to fucking handle the fucking votes. If votes is fake or real, whatever, it gotta be fucking fake now. You can't leave that decision to people. Look how they fuck it up. I just be like, listen, y'all go back to your life, go listen to Cardi B and watch Love and Hip Hop and let me be a dictator. Cause y'all fucking incompetent. But no, that's what we got. We all have to eventually figure it out. But damn, yo, like there's people that you could tell like, oh, they telling me about this. Oh no, he just want to be right. It's not about that. I had to fucking start a podcast because of this bullshit, man. At least I could start a podcast. Back then, what I'm gonna do? Fucking save articles like a fucking serial killer and then show it to you? No, nigga. Like, it's so crazy that I don't even know what the fuck is this country gonna look like in 3 years. Trump on some shit, yeah, 2024, maybe. Nigga, maybe? Are you serious? 3 more years of this bullshit? And this is like a spell. I really think like it's a spell on people. It's a spell, a huge spell on people. Because the same people that are kind of like, wait, I don't want this fucking mandate to happen, are the same ones seeing the fucking debate of the Democratic motherfucker Adams when they ask him, is he gonna uphold like the mandate and all that shit? And read between the lines, he goes, well, we're not gonna go backwards, we're gonna go forward. And we're not gonna put people's health in danger. That's it, you got your answer right there. That nigga saying, nigga, I'm gonna put that mandate on and you're gonna lose your job. Kids won't be able to go to school after almost 1 year of not going to school. You're gonna be in remote learning. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But that's Marxism, that's how it starts. We already have people not speaking to fucking their own family members because of politics. Like, y'all fucking weak. I gotta baby people sometimes. I gotta be like, okay, they obviously trying to, be on team right side of history. So let me not just fucking always combat them. They're gonna see that's combative. I'm trying to get like a discussion. Apparently that's too much for them because they'll automatically want to jump into like nonsense and not reality. So you have to baby them. You have to be like, hey, what's up, man? Yo, look at the sports fucking shit that happened. Yo, oh shit, send them a meme or something funny because nigga, if you let them, they won't speak to you. If you let them, they won't speak to you because it's still in their brain. It's like, god damn, not all, but damn, son. I'll try to do my DK in good news. Maybe in good news, the Atlanta Braves one, and that's just in sports. They beat the fucking the Astros, which everybody hated because they cheated. And if they are still cheating, then yeah, fuck them. But if they not, man, they still a fucking great team. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga Altuve, he's nice, nigga. Fuck out of here. I ain't gonna fucking front. I like baseball, man. You crazy? I want the Yankees to get Dusty Baker, but the Yankees, when it comes to like players, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Spanish spicks and niggas, go ahead. Management? Hell no. Like the parrot that I posted on the Diesel TV episode. Hell no. Hell no. They won't do that shit. And they talk about Boston. Oh, Boston's racist. Because Boston did took a long time to put a black player, but look now, nigga, they got Cora as the manager. Niggas, they beat the Yankees, that's for sure. They beat the Yankees. And they're supposed to be rebuilding. But look at the Yankees. Fucking Aaron Boone there, been there already for like what, 2, 3, 4 years, 3 years? Nothing. If that was an Hispanic nigga, he would have been fired. But, you know, now they're saying that he's cool with, you know, the general managers of the team, Cashman and all that, the owners. Nigga, fuck, I want to hear that same excuse if y'all put somebody that's black or Hispanic, because shit, Dusty Baker, of course the Astros re-signed him for 1 more year, but switch it up. Y'all got the talent. What the fuck is going on? I mean, I don't know. These people want to do the analytics shit too, so this, I made the good news kind of like bad news. I don't know, but it's just crazy what's going on now. It really is. The fucking obviously the election was like all around, not only New York. And back to what I was gonna say about NBC, yo, it's crazy how they portray. Like, it's clearly all the local news, you can tell they have to be Democratic. Unless you live like in Florida, which is like a Republican state, and it's just crazy. That needs to stop, because you need to be, obviously, keep it fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes Fox be doing that. Just they have one of the Democrats and somebody Republican, they talk, but they obviously lean specifically to Republicans. But that's how it should be with, like, all across the board, everywhere you go, because it's so obvious, like, they want to push you a little bit to the Democratic side, and that's sad. And that's why I can't be president once again, because people like that, stations like that, nigga, they'll go on the chopping block off with the head, because it's like you're persuading people to eventually ruin the country, and they don't like that America stands for, like, no abortions in some states, because obviously it got too liberal. Like, when I looked up the whole the banning of liquor, it was because a bunch of fucking women got together and they were saying, "Oh, we're being abused by our boyfriend." I understand that's important, but to ban it completely, come on now. And that's when you know there's agendas for everything. And then we too lazy to have a righteous agenda, right? It's ridiculous. Anyway, I don't want to be here too long. 1 hour, 18 minutes. Pirate Radio, episode 24. Next week, another one. You know how this goes, trying to be consistent, trying to get better. Bear with me. All right, peace. Pirate Radio, episode 24. I'm still you can tell it's coming in. You can hear my voice anyway. Fuck. Anyways, peace.